Joining us now for more is Franco Terrazzano, the Federal Director of the Canadian Taxpayers Federation. Franco, good to see you. What's your reaction to the Supreme Court's decision here, or ruling here?
I think this is a great day. It's a great day for Canadian resource workers. These are the projects that help our neighbors get to work, to help the economy, bring down energy costs, to attract investment. So great news for our economy, but it's also great news for taxpayers. It's these resource projects that help bring in billions and billions of dollars in government revenues that governments use to build the hospitals, to hire teachers, to fix potholes, or to lower taxes. So this is great news for taxpayers, great news for Canadian resource workers. And this is why the Canadian Taxpayers Federation jumped into this fight as interveners in the Supreme Court case. So we are very happy about this.
There are many stakeholders in this country, Franco, who would say that the environmental impact of different projects does need to be assessed, does need to be reviewed before projects go ahead. What kinds of changes do you think would need to be made to Bill C-69, to a law like this, to ensure that, that there is some due process there?
Well, let's just go over what happened today, right? So what happened is essentially the Supreme Court telling Mr. Trudeau that you cannot use this legislation to stop premiers in places like Quebec, whether it's Francois Legault, whether it's in Alberta, Danielle Smith, or in Saskatchewan, Scott Moe. You can't use this legislation to stop premiers from, getting these resource projects built and making sure that workers in their provinces can get a job. What else that we're seeing from the Supreme Court of Canada is a real point on accountability and provincial jurisdiction, right? Stop stepping on provincial government toes. So what we hope that this is a constitutional wake-up call for Mr. Trudeau. Mr. Trudeau, with respect, you can't just do whatever you want. We have a constitution here in Canada. You need to work with the provinces, not against the provinces.
And what else are you expecting to come out of this ruling?
Again, hopefully it's a constitutional wake-up call. And I also hope that the federal government realizes that we have to be able to walk and chew gum at the same time here, right? All provinces care about the environment, but what we see time and time again is Mr. Trudeau working against the provinces. A parallel issue, the carbon tax, okay? The vast majority of provinces, I think every single province, maybe except one, is against the federal carbon tax, but Mr. Trudeau continues to crank up the carbon tax every single year. Case in point, Nova Scotia. Nova Scotia is leading the way on emissions reductions in Canada. Did Mr. Trudeau pick up the phone and ask Nova Scotia for advice? No. Trudeau hammered Nova Scotians with the single biggest carbon tax hike in Canadian history.
Okay, we do have to leave it there, but we always thank you for your time and your insight.